I feel as us as humans, we aren't as kind to ourselves as we could be. I believe that we are our biggest critic, and we aren't always satisfied with the way that we are. Um, and I think that there's definitely some pros and cons to that. You know, I think when you think of, this type of idea, some people might take it in the context that it's negative. But I do believe that there's pros and cons. A pro to me would be that the fact that we should acknowledge the things that we should do to improve ourselves in order to build, self respect, strength, courage, and of course, knowledge. Um, allowing yourself to really understand um, what you lack and what you can control, that really allows yourself to better yourself in ways that you probably wouldn't, have realized before. But when you start to realize, those things, I think that other things start to become more clear in your life. Um, but the con to this idea would probably be the fact that we hold ourselves back from realizing what we are actually capable of. And that's just because, we tend to perceive ourselves so, you know, we tend to perceive ourselves so like, you know, critical, right? We're so critical when it comes to perceiving ourselves and having this perception on ourselves. And that that's hurting us personally. Like, personally that hurts you because if you're holding yourself from realizing what you're actually capable of, you can't really see what you can improve on. Um, I think, pros and cons really go hand in hand. Like, you can't have, you know, you can't have a positive without two negatives. It's kind of like, you know, it just kind of like that idea. To put it in a perspective, as an example, we critique ourselves, based on the way we look. And, some people uh, tend to care some crucially about, what others think and like their public image. Um, but, this is not to say that we shouldn't be able to present ourselves in a way that we feel comfortable with, but it's to say that, you shouldn't worry about other people's perception of you and how you choose to, express yourself. Um, I believe that, we should all we should all express ourselves and, appear the way we want to, but, we can't let other people's, perceptions really affect us, right? So you need to understand that, y- you know, you have to be you. Just be you for you. We live in a very judgmental society, and no matter where you are in life, no matter how successful you are, no matter how nice you are to others, no matter what you provide, people are still gonna judge you regardless. Um, Therefore, you should just like approach societal standards with, an I don't give a fuck attitude, cause like really you shouldn't care about, you know, what the societal, placements are on, individuals, and it shouldn't matter. Like, it honestly shouldn't matter. Everybody's free of expression, and the fact that some people, you know, are going through mental problems because they're bullied because of their, appearance, like their weight, um, the way they dress, things like that. Like, not everybody, comes from the same privilege. Not everybody is gifted the same way that others are. And, I feel like not enough people acknowledge that. And that's why, there's a lot of judgment surrounding, those types of things. And it's not right. It's not right. But it's society, you know. It's things, judgment and, bullying. It's been around since the medieval times. That ass. Like, so it just, the way the world is formed. Just understand that society should not dictate who you are to yourself, and that you are specific to you, and like you were one with yourself. I believe that once we could figure out, who we are and who we are to ourselves, and we allow ourselves to feel happy in our own skin, you'll get some sense of clarity. That things will start to become more clear to us. And that allows yourself to endure, internal hardships. And when you endure those internal hardships, you're forced to face whatever is holding you back. And you have to do this with all your strength. Know that, you can't get out of this slump, this mental slump, without facing what is bothering you. And for a long time, for me, that was my lack of confidence. The hardship that was weighing me down was my confidence. Growing up, I was always a shy kid. I've talked about this in like a previous video, but yeah, like I was never a very talkative kid, and that was because I didn't have a lot of social. I've never really been extroverted. I've always seen myself as an introverted person, but obviously that doesn't mean that's my whole personality. I've definitely come out of my shell, and I'm grateful for that. That's allowed me to have opportunities that I know I probably wouldn't have had if I hadn't come out of my shell. And I know that being able to have that and have that quality, and that, I'm proud of myself. And there is things I'm proud of, surrounding myself. So, and you guys should have some things that you're proud of course. But that doesn't mean I'm not, by all means, like, this is not me saying that I have things figured out, because I really don't. Quite literally, I feel like I'm trying so hard to be myself when I know that I shouldn't have to try. I feel like being you is just natural. Being yourself is just a natural thing. It shouldn't be something that you need to work so hard to do. But I know that this process will take its time. And, that may be the case for you. We're all in our own journeys alone, but understand that there's support around you. And the fact that, it will take its time, that's not to discourage anyone. That's to say that it's the truth, and the process is what really matters the most. The process is the development of your character and who you are to yourself. So I want you guys to keep that in mind. But that leads us to the journal quote of this video. And the quote is, "Stay reminded of the qualities you hold, for the world is in your hands." And this is a quote that I came up with. And always remind yourself of what you hold and what you're capable of. Know that you aren't worthless. And I've dealt with feelings of worthlessness, and it's not a good feeling to have. So to know that you are worth something, and that you're not worth nothing, it really allows you to open up your potential. So that's the end of the video. appreciate you guys if you watched the whole video. Yeah, I love you guys. Take care. And again, I started a Discord server, so if you guys want to join the server, the link is posted on a community note. I could post it again so you guys could see it. If you guys, can't access it for whatever reason, I'll just, post it again. But yeah, until the next video, I love you guys. Peace.